So let's talk about the 2025 Christmas special. Okay. There's a lot of articles coming out, and there's been a lot of podcasters, YouTubers, live streamers that have been saying that there will be no Christmas special in 2025. Now, there is no evidence whatsoever to support this notion that they will do things differently this year than what they did last year. Okay. There is always going to be a Christmas special, according to Russell T. Davis. He said when he came back in 2023 that that was a mistake when they didn't have the Christmas special under Chris Chibnall, and that Doctor Who has a tradition of being at Christmas so people could watch on TV in the festive season with the families. So he said that no matter what, while he's in charge, showrunner of Doctor Who, that he will always have a Christmas special. In fact, the Christmas special will be probably more definite than the season. So why would you think that that would change? Think about it. Do you really believe these rag newspapers that there's nothing to talk about? They have a slow news day. The article is already false, saying that it's been 6 years. We had a Christmas special for 6 years, and that's not true. So, why is everyone taking this article at face value and going with it with their YouTube channels? Well, this is the thin line that's created. We all have opinions on Doctor Who. I don't want it canceled. I want it to see it soar and do well. Others want it canceled. But we have a responsibility when we report the Doctor Who news that if the news goes against what our opinions are of the show, we're supposed to report it. So if the news came out definitively that Doctor Who was canceled, I would have to report it. The problem is that the people that want the show canceled are not reporting the news articles that state that the Sun article is bullshit. Okay? The BBC came out and they said the article was nonsense. And then what did fans do? They looked for something that wasn't there. And they're like, oh, they never said anything about Ncuti. No, they're not going to talk about Ncuti because Doctor Who is their property. They don't need to talk about Ncuti. They don't need to talk about Tennant. They don't talk about anybody. So people went off on a tangent because they know that the BBC will not respond about Ncuti Gatwa at all because they only respond about their property. Bad Wolf came out and said that the relationship between Disney is solid. Bad Wolf said that their facility is big enough where they could film Doctor Who and they could film other stuff. But people just refuse to listen. And when they're reporting the news, they're making it that by them advertising space, that means that Doctor Who is done. It is not. The facility is huge enough where even Russell T. Davis said he had not seen the entire facility because it's too big. So this has been going on, and people have been taking liberty to make accusations and make stuff up. Now, someone recently asked Russell T. Davis because mysteriously it was talked about on other podcasts. So I kind of feel that maybe somebody planted them in there to ask him, and he's not going to answer you because the Christmas special is directly tied to the season 2 finale and the spinoff. So they're not going to, they never tell you what the Christmas special is about before even the season airs. So they're going to go quiet on the Christmas special. Now, if you remember what Russell said, he said the first order, meaning there is another order that was probably made. So, regardless of the Christmas special not being part of the first order, it's part of the second order. But people don't understand the English language. People are not educated to come to the conclusion that he could have just said the order, but he said the first order, meaning that there are other orders. Okay? But people are not picking up on that. Just like they even have radio times talking, and they're like, Moffat, are you doing any more episodes? And he's like, oh, I wrote all this stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Claws of the Spider. There's other Moffat scripts. There's other stuff Moffat's done. He's not going to come out and tell you. But he came out and said that there's an episode called Claws of the Spider. We're tentative to change, but something close to that. Now, it is believed that Moffat wrote the script for the Christmas special. Could be Russell and Moffat wrote it together. And it's supposed to be sort of like a snowman type episode where, if you remember in Snowman, the doctor was retired and then he needed Clara to bounce him back to reality. So that's it. It's we have the logo that it's a ruby red, meaning, and I'm gonna say an opinion here, that it's my opinion that Ruby dies and that he gets upset and that he runs off, and then Una calls him to help with Sea Devils and he doesn't answer, initially. So that's the point, is that the Christmas special will bounce him back and thrust him into season 3. But none of these YouTubers and Whovians want to admit that. So, and again, everyone is allowed whatever you want to do on your YouTube channel, you could do. You can. You want to be biased, you want to just report news related to what you want, I can't say anything. It's your channel, right? But I am going to say that people came out hot and heavy about me, and I've been right majority of the times. So, with the exception of, okay, look, first of all, I know that Russell T Davies lies and Moffat lies. Did Marty know that that list that was given that said Mark Gatiss was the voice of that character wasn't real? No. Did I try to deliberately lie to the public? No, because I thought that that's what Marty said, that was gospel, that was true, that was going to happen. When it came out that it wasn't, I admitted I'm wrong, which I do admit when I'm wrong. But afterwards, when it came out that that was deliberate, that a fake list was put out there to certain members of the press, the media, and we got a hold of that, I felt, well, I can't come down hard on myself because I was lied to. So if I was lied to, I'm reporting what they handed to us, well, handed to Marty, I guess, that's real, and I didn't know that, so that's what was reported. So I don't feel bad because, and come down hard on myself because they planted a fake bullshit purposely, and I didn't know that. So, people will come down on me talking about Jodie. Oh, yeah, okay, Jodie got pregnant, so she left. And she knew she would have had to leave because she can't film like that. So yeah, plans originally she was going to stay. It didn't work out that way. Same thing like Capaldi, but there are people out there too that said that Doctor was canceled every single year. It still wasn't. They said Doctor was canceled in Jodie's first year, Jodie's second year, Jodie's third year. Wasn't. There doesn't have to be a head in the Whovian community that is the best king out there or a reporter of news. Although some people want themselves to be, And then other people are trying to build their podcast and they want to have that striking announcement that will put them on the map, and they jump the gun ahead of time. And that ruins their reputation. But you know what? If people want to ruin their reputation, I can't say anything. Who cares? Let them ruin it. Because at the end of the day, when the news comes out that Doctor Who is still on Disney Plus in 2026, they will all have to pay the piper, right? They will have to face the music, and they will have to answer to all these things that they said they were 100% accurate. They will have to admit that they're wrong, and that will be glorious, really. But life is too short, and not gonna waste time on stupid shit, you know. I'm gonna do the Doctor Who news still. I'm gonna do the Rehovians. I'm gonna do my gaming, but I'm gonna try to like not get busy with. I mean, the people that went after me and stuff like that. Okay, I mean, there's nothing that could be done. These people are relentless. Same thing like the meme maker. The meme maker is gonna make memes every day and make it like I'm the most horrible person in existence. And you're never gonna change that opinion. You're never gonna change that. The person is so warped and so filled with hatred, can't change it. And why even bother to change it? Why even bother to defend yourself to an idiot? So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna defend myself to idiots, because at the end of the day, in my brain, how I see these people is I see them biting their own tail, eating their own shit, and banging their head into the wall. Like, I really see these people as dumb or than a brick. That's my opinion, really. They really are dumb. I mean, think about this. They are all trying, even beyond Doctor Who. You have all these channels that want to be Kathleen Kennedy is fired. Remember all these people were saying it for years? They said it again, and guess what? It turned out to be complete bullshit. But everybody believed it. I didn't believe it because I'm like, I'll watch this shit now. But they got the views, they got paid, and they move on. They got it. They got their paycheck. And they don't care about reputation because they got paid. They paid the bills, everybody. They don't care about reputation. They got you to watch it. They got you to watch it. They hooked you for weeks, and they don't care about being wrong because they clickbaited you. And they didn't have the news. They didn't have an insider source. They didn't have anything. And they all went with it. And they're all wrong. And they don't care, though. That's the whole thing, is they don't care that they're wrong because they did what they set out to do, is to make that money on that bullshit. They got you to watch it. They entertained you. And even though they're full of shit, they got paid. Just remember that. Take care. Bye for now.